It starts when he was a child. He had a somewhat twisted mind as a result of not having an understanding of the world, and having as much of a sadistic mindset as a child holding a magnifying glass to a bug to burn it alive. His more violent side started appearing after he turned 10, which was when Dr. Gaster started to take notice and needed to try to fix him. He performed numerous tests and experiments on Yancherry while he was sedated. Yancherry was under the assumption that the drugs were because of his high energy, and so he never opposed Dr. Gaster. Seeing the brotherly bond between Maso and Yancherry, Dr. Gaster didn't inform Maso about these experiments, as he would surely find what he was doing as unethical. Despite all this, nothing seemed to fix Yancherry. Not the scans, not the attempts to rearrange his soul composition, or any amount of physical therapy. His behavior only worsened as he aged. Once he was 12, Dr. Gaster found him to be a liability as he started slowly leveling up. He ultimately decided it was time for him to be put down once he found Yancherry huddled over a pile of dust. Given he was about to kill the brother, he made the mistake of telling Sans. He chose a time when Yancherry was asleep and Maso was running diagnostics in the core. While this conversation was taking place, Yancherry was woken up as Dr. Gaster forgot to read him his bedtime story, and he walked towards Dr. Gaster's voice as he explained to Maso. Once Maso heard of Dr. Gaster's plan, he began to panic, not believing any of the reasons Dr. Gaster gave. To him, his father was telling him how his brother was a liability for what seemed to just be antisocial behavior. His impulsive thinking led to Maso pushing Dr. Gaster into the core, ultimately leading to the destruction of the lab. He runs out and grabs Yancherry and CC before the lab was blowing up. Given that Yancherry was watching the conversation, in his eyes, Maso just saved his life, causing him to grow unhealthily attached to him for the rest of his youth. That's when he waits, and once he's 23, that's when the series starts.